and Woody likes the crooked cock.
Seem like bullies, and I think that's because they were bullies previous in life. That or they were bullied previous in life, and they're like, I'm gonna get a badge and a gun and take care of this.
I think the being bullied thing is just as likely.
Yeah, exactly.
One part of that transaction they probably had.
Remember, we were playing with my friend Mitty the other night playing COD. He had some good games. He's working in loss prevention at a store right now.
Okay.
And you're supposed to be hands off. You know, he's like a security guard who's like, crime. Let me call someone. like he nobody knows his real name. He watches monitors and listens to podcasts while he's watching the bank of monitors like Batman in his office. Yeah, and if anybody does some crime, he calls the real police, or I think he'll actually if he sees someone doing something suspicious, maybe he'll go out and stalk them a little bit and confirm that they're doing a crime and then call the cops. But I guess his partner or co-worker thinks he's Dudley Do-Right or something, and just took a guy out the other day.
Really?
Tackled some guy, took him to the ground.
Good for him.
Yeah. I thought that
was he rewarded or chastised for that
Probably
behavior?
fired.
50-50. The guy was an actual thief stealing some shit, and the cops got there right away, and I guess they gave him a pat on the back, you got him. Congratulations, and that was that. But I don't think he got any trouble or
store
fired.
It was?
It's like a department type store, like a big retailer. I think it's maybe even like a Home Depot or something similar to that. Okay. Some expensive tools and such around. I didn't get the.
Well, this gentleman is stealing 2 running chainsaws. You can handle him. He seems fit. I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't seem like this is the first time he's handled 2 chainsaws.
Which one is it? The one with the old school hockey mask?
He's 6'8" and terrifying.
Is it just me, or do British gangsters or hooligans or whatever seem less intimidating? Right?
Not this again.
I'm sure it's not. Is it just me? God.
Yes.
I see 6 people picking on a girl in a movie and think if I was there, I'd beat up all those pasty fucks on her behalf.
They would take off their caps with razors in it and swish you right across the face.
Michael
then they'd have a nice
disagree.
Beans on toast to celebrate.
What does he know about fighting?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's a couple of... I would. They're still tough.
I'm sure they are. Intellectually, I know I'm wrong, but emotionally, this freaking pale skin, slightly chubby, cheesy.
Okay, pale skin. You see a bunch of Eastern Europeans or Russians in tracksuits doing that. Do you feel as confident?
No.
Those guys would fuck you up. Do you know how much strength it builds to not have public benches? To always be squatting?
Every day is leg day.
Every day is leg day. They run like jackals. Just like that.
On their hands and feet.
Forward, back, hands and knees.
These like orangutans.
Yeah, they call that a Slav sprint. That'll be funny one day when they're doing the sprint and someone in fucking Ukraine finally figured out so you can use the all 4 limbs in this. It's well, that's unorthodox. I mean, the Kenyans who have won this every year for the last since we included Kenya is they're doing very well on 2 legs. They're going to start dominating. They're going to figure out their frog-like propulsion.
They're going to use some sort of leopard stride.
They will, yeah. It's just a leopard stride where their hands are finishing behind where their feet leap.
Like curling.
And here we see how the Slav maintains its incredible speed. Fueled on nothing but anger at the late Soviet Union and vodka.
I'm told even his house had no chairs.
He makes his way quickly for the metal bat in the back of the Russian.
He did not see a chair until he was a man grown.
Kyle, have you watched the Netflix thing King?
No, it's on my watch list. I'm watching this terrible show called Mars right now. I'm in the 2nd season of it. I'm already invested, so I'm going to keep going.
I was hoping you would be my King tour guide.
I watched the fucking trailer for it, and it got me pumped because there's a part where it's one of those trailers that's kind of snappy, and they've got like 3 voiceovers going simultaneously, and it's kind of it's like he rose from nothing and became everything, and then it's got the guy's like, yesterday I was a poor boy and now I'm the king, and then there's like a third like audio track going. I can't remember what the king's name is, but let's just say it's Richard. Richard. They're like chanting, and there's like a doom, doom, ch, doom, doom, ch, and he's like getting suited up and getting his sword and like doing that fucking swishy thing. And
I haven't seen it, so I might have the plot wrong, but it appears that he goes from a partier prince to a war king overnight. Kind of like all of a sudden he goes from an irresponsible party prince to a king leading battles. And so that's part of it. Also, there's a Netflix YouTube video that's 10 minutes long. I didn't watch it because I didn't want spoilers. That explains it to you, which implies to me that it's more complicated than a typical TV show or movie. So I don't know. I'll have to watch it and develop an opinion. But
shit, yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this. I'm on the trailer right now. It looks great. I love the part when they're chanting his name.
What is it? Is it Richard?
Dick.
King Henry. Yeah.
Henry,
it's like every scene is punctuated by one of those. He's like, I need men around me that I can trust. And then you get like a quick scene of like a dozen knights putting their like spears forward, and then you hear King Henry. This is the time that my life actually matters. And then you see like a guy do a sword flourish, and it's like King Henry. And I'm just like, I'm pumped as shit. I wish this guy was a baseball team. I'm gonna watch it when we're done here. Actually, I'm pumped.
Yes, the Atlanta Kings. They make the playoffs and lose every other year.
Oh, boo!
Boo! Hiss.
I don't even know who won the World Series. The Nationals, right?
Yeah,
I guess I do know. Yeah,
I know who won the Stanley Cup. Yeah.
Minnesota. St. Louis is off to a good start. I think they have the second best record in the league, maybe.
Are you telling me hockey's on again?
Yes.
Yeah, it just ended.
Well, it just ended for us because we won the Stanley Cup, and I kept talking about it the whole time. 3 months later, it started again. Now Blues first place in the Western Conference because we were 1 point ahead of the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton Oilers were second place in the conference. Isn't that fucking crazy? They're still second, but we took a bigger lead.
Kyle's blown away by that. Yes.
And I think in the East, Boston is a true force to be reckoned with this year, but they were last year, and look at how that ended up. Ha ha!
Boston was the second best team in the league.
Second best in the league, and nobody remembers second best. So, and that's a feeling Blues fans know very well because nobody also remembers 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th best, which is where we finished up until last year. But yeah, I'm stoked that hockey's back on. Super excited about it. I watch every game I can. It's so frustrating when there's like I know it's just my